Hey, Jessica. It's been a while since we last spoke. What has it been, like a year and a half?
What do you want, Dylan? Is this about child support? Are you trying to pay less or something? I won't let you get away with even a cent less than the amount you agreed to.
No, it's not about that. I reached out about something else. Not child support.
Well then, what do you want? Why would you need to talk to your ex-wife?
There's something I wanted to ask you. It's about our daughter, Allison.
What about her?
I actually happened to run into her today.
What? Where did you run into her?
Allison's field trip was today. The one where they get to visit a workplace of choice. Don't you remember?
Huh. I see.
What do you mean, I see? Did you not know? Anyways, it was just by chance that I needed to stop by the same company she was visiting for work. So we just ran into each other at that company.
Wow. What a coincidence.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. I wasn't expecting to see her there. But since she was visiting for school, I was planning on only saying hi and leaving her to enjoy the field trip.
Of course. You shouldn't be doing anything else anyways. Since I never gave you permission to spend time with her, anything more would be completely inappropriate and violate your visitation rights.
The thing is, Allison was acting kind of strange. That's why I reached out. I'm a little concerned about her. She latched onto me, and in between sobs was saying how she wanted to come live with me. Did something happen between you two? Did you fight or something?
Nothing that I can think of. She was probably just being dramatic after not seeing her dad for a while.
But she was saying that she didn't want to live with you anymore.
She's just at a rebellious age. You know how kids are. Recently, Allison has been talking back at me every chance she gets. She can't even handle simple chores. She's just a useless freeloader.
What do you expect? She's only a child. Of course she can't do chores that well. It's already impressive of her to help out. You should be more thankful that she's trying.
I'm a single mother. Do you know how difficult it is to be a single mother? It's impossible to get everything taken care of without help from the child.
Well, when I saw her, she didn't seem like she was angry and rebellious or anything. She seemed more like she was struggling. Is she being treated well? I can't help but think there's something else going on.
What? How dare you? Are you accusing me of abusing her? Is that what you think of me?
I mean, it just doesn't make sense for a 5th grader to suddenly break down like that. Right as she saw me, she burst into tears.
I'm actually fulfilling my duty of being a mother to her. I don't think you have a say in this when you aren't even helping raise her. You're not the one spending every day caring for her.
I would love to help out with raising her and be there for her more. But I can't. I can't since over a year ago you suddenly left and took her with you.
You deserved it. A guy like you is bound to be left by his wife.
I mean, I'm paying child support every month. I've never missed a month, and it's always the full amount. Just to check. You are using it for Allison, right? The way you're acting has me a bit worried.
So, first you accuse me of being an abusive mother, and now you're saying that I just wanted to get a divorce to get money through child support?
No, I'm not accusing you of anything. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that, when I met her, Allison didn't seem very happy. As her father, I can't help but be worried about her. All I want is for her to be happy and healthy. Is there any way I could see her more often? I really want to spend more time with her.
Why do you want to see her more often? Are you going to try and brainwash her against me?
What in the world are you talking about? I'm not trying to brainwash her.
You're probably going to make her think that you're the better one, that Dad is the best and Mom is the worst. You're going to turn her against me.
I wouldn't try to do anything like that. I just want to see her.
Do you know how hard I work to raise her? On top of being a single parent, I'm a single parent to a quite difficult child. Sometimes I have to scold her too. You can't imagine what that's like and how draining it is. But you don't deal with any of that, since you don't see her every day. You just get to see her now and then, and be the good guy. You only see her good side and get to be the kind parent. And that's why she likes you, and wants to live with you. You're not better. She just thinks you're nicer because you haven't had to put your foot down with her. It must be nice to have it so easy.
Look, I get that kids can get upset with their parents for scolding them. I understand that they sometimes don't get why we need to give them rules and have them listen. But when I met Allison today, it wasn't like that. She didn't seem like she was just annoyed about being lectured or just wanted you to leave her alone. She looked as if she wanted me to save her, as if she was suffering and needed to be rescued. Her eyes were filled with pain.
What are you even talking about? Don't act like you know everything about her and her life after just seeing her once. As a parent, I'm suffering just as much. Maybe even more. This is none of your business. You need to leave us alone. Hey, Dylan. Do you remember how you said you wanted to parent more?
Yes, I do. What's this about?
You still feel the same way, right?
Of course. Why wouldn't I want to help raise my own daughter?
Perfect. That's great. Looks like things will work out for both of us then. I'm getting remarried so you can have your daughter back. Good luck.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I'm giving you what you always wanted. I've granted your wish. You should really be more grateful. After all, I have the power to decide if she lives with you. I'm pretty much done with her. I don't need her anymore, so you can have her, since you seem to want her so badly.
I see. She's no longer useful to you. I guess that makes sense, since you only took Allison to get child support. You've really hit rock bottom.
Rock bottom? That couldn't be farther from the truth. If anything, I'm thriving right now. This is just the beginning for me. And the beginning of my lovely life with my new husband as newlyweds.
If I was you, I wouldn't be so sure about that last one. Your new husband just brought our daughter here.
What? What are you talking about?
He's here, and he brought Allison with him. Though you were right about one thing. Allison is going to be living with me from now on.
What do you mean he's there? What is going on? That's impossible. There's no way he would be there.
It's true. He's right here with me.
That's just not possible. You're lying.
Why do you keep saying that? Why would I lie about something like this?
There's just no way that he would be with Allison.
Oh, I get it now. It's because of that thing, right? You think it's impossible because you haven't told him that you have a daughter. That's why you're confused. I understand.
How do you know about that? Is he really there?
That's what I've been saying this entire time. Do you believe me now?
Why? Why is he there? There's no reason for him to be there. He doesn't know anything. He shouldn't know anything. What is happening right now?
Well, according to him, he needed to stop by your place for something and went by earlier today.
He did? He didn't tell me he was coming over.
He didn't say anything, since he was just bringing by something you forgot. Sounds reasonable to me. I would assume it was okay to drop by my fiancé's place unannounced. He was just going to leave your stuff hanging on the doorknob, but when he was about to leave, Allison opened the door. He said he was caught off guard since he didn't expect a child to be at your apartment.
She really couldn't have picked a worse moment to come out. How dare she? He should have also said something if he was stopping by. Who just shows up like that?
He was obviously surprised that his fiancée had a child he knew nothing about. But that wasn't even what surprised him the most. You know what really shocked him? The state that Allison was in. Apparently, she was a complete mess.
A mess? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You know what you did. You barely fed her for 5 whole days. For the past few days, she's been surviving on just her school lunches. That wasn't the only thing, though. Her clothes were completely worn out and filthy. Not only have you been starving her, but you obviously haven't bathed her in days either.
You've always liked to make baseless accusations against me. She's a kid. She probably just got her clothes dirty while out playing somewhere. I don't know anything about the state she was in. Stop making things my fault.
You can't make excuses to get out of this. You were treating her like garbage. Allison has already told me everything that's been going on. Luckily, Your fiancé is a kind person. He was distraught seeing Allison in that state and went out of his way to bring her here.
He just took her without saying anything to me? How could he do something like that?
How could he? What else was he supposed to do? She kept crying about how she wanted to go home to Dad. How could he not? He really is a good person. He deserves much better than someone like you. But that's okay, because he has the chance to do better than you, now that you've shown your true colors. It's really good for him that this happened before you got married.
Where is he right now?
I don't know. He's already left. Though I will say, he seemed pretty disappointed in you when he was leaving. Judging from that, I'm not sure if he'll still want to marry you.
Everything is ruined now.
Well, that was out of nowhere.
This is all Allison's fault. How are you going to make it up to me?
First of all, what are you even talking about? You can't just demand things. You have to explain the situation first.
My fiancé. He just broke off the engagement.
Of course he did. There was no way he was going through with the engagement after what he saw. How did you not see that coming?
Shut up, idiot! You're just as much to blame.
Who would marry someone who doesn't treasure their own child? I think anyone would pass on being with someone as twisted as you.
There's nothing wrong with me. How could you say that? Don't treat me like some kind of psychopath.
At the very least, your ex-fiancé is in his right mind. He made the right choice ending things with you. If he married you, I'm sure he would end up in some messy situations. I really hope he can marry a woman who treats others with care and kindness, like most normal people.
There you go again, acting like you know everything about my life and our relationship. When we first met, he was completely head over heels for me. And now he's breaking the engagement off right before the wedding. It's just cruel to treat someone you love like that.
It seems like you're the only one here who doesn't understand why he left you. There's no way someone would marry a woman who is completely unaffected by harming her own child. There's something definitely wrong with you. It's either that, or you just have no sense of humanity.
The only reason I hid the fact that I had a child was because I thought I couldn't find a partner otherwise. I've told you how hard it has been being a single parent. And the only reason I didn't feed her was because she didn't deserve to eat. I was disciplining her. For a rebellious child like her, I had to try harder to get her to listen. You wouldn't understand since you didn't have to deal with her bad behavior.
Rebelling? Bad behavior? You have got to be kidding me. Allison is completely terrified by you. She's obviously traumatized. There's no way she could have rebelled against you, talked back to you, or go against you in any way.
That's because you haven't seen what she's usually like. Like I said, you haven't really been helping raise her. She never listens to anything I say, and she's constantly destroying things at home. Allison is a total troublemaker. She's a handful to raise.
Okay, fine. Let's say that she was actually rebellious and as much of a problem as you make her out to be. Even then, making her go nearly 5 days without a proper meal is going too far. It's insane. No one would discipline their child like that, no matter how bad they were.
Don't act like she was starving to death. She gets lunch at school. She's fine. What's more important is proper discipline. You have no idea how hard it is to raise a child. You couldn't even imagine the daily struggles of trying to care for another person that I have to deal with. That's why you're seeing everything through rose-colored glasses. You haven't lived the back-breaking reality of being a parent.
I'm pretty sure no one, even experienced parents, would agree with you and how you've been treating our daughter. But you can keep arguing that you were in the right, regardless of how ridiculous that is. Either way, you're not getting married anytime soon.
Do you even know how hard I worked to get him? Calling off the wedding? Breaking off the engagement! As if I'd let that happen.
I'm not sure why you're complaining about it to me. It's not like I can do anything about it. I did hear that you met him at a party, though. Did you act like a different person to charm him? Is that how you got him to fall for you?
I didn't act like a different person. I worked hard to make him fall for me. I researched everything I could about his type. I even changed my hair and how I did my makeup to be closer to what he likes. I even learned how to cook. If that's not hard work, I don't know what is.
I guess you really did put in an effort. What made you want him that badly?
Money. What else could it be? He's very accomplished in his career, and his parents are filthy rich. Sure, I'm out of his league, but I couldn't care less about that.
It's actually kind of refreshing to see you be so greedy.
This wasn't supposed to happen. I should have just pawned Alice off to you months ago.
I guess you were blinded by your greed again, and you didn't want to give up the money you were getting from my child support payments. It's a fitting end for you.
Shut up! I'm going to do whatever I have to convince him to marry me. I have no other choice. No matter what happens, I have to marry that man.
Why does it have to be him? I'm starting to feel bad for him, having to deal with someone like you.
How my life is going to turn out completely depends on whether we get married or not. I need to marry him. He blocked me. I can't contact him at all.
I'm not surprised at all. It looks like he succeeded in getting away from you.
Why would he do this? You must have said something to him. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Why would he just cut me off like that?
I think it makes complete sense. Even an epic love of 100 years couldn't withstand the horror of finding out what you're really like. By the way, I heard from Allison that you're in debt.
That brat. Can't even keep her mouth shut.
She said she even found a strange letter. From how she described it, I'm pretty sure it was a debt collection reminder. She said there were a lot of zeros on the paper. Sounds like you're in pretty deep. That must be rough. Now I get why you were so desperate to marry that guy.
So what if that was the reason?
I'm assuming you hid the fact that you were neck deep in debt from him too.
What I tell my own fiancé is none of your business.
Not only did you hide the fact that you had a child, but you also kept your massive debt a secret. Isn't that a lot of secrets to keep from a partner, let alone a fiancé?
It's a sensitive topic. I couldn't find the right moment to bring it up. I was planning on eventually telling him. I just never got the chance to.
Eventually? When is that?
Eventually is eventually. Leave me alone.
I see. Sounds like you weren't ever going to tell him. I felt bad for him knowing all these secrets he didn't, so I went ahead and explained the situation for him.
What?
Yeah, I told him last night.
I knew it! You were the reason he blocked me! It's all your fault!
I mean, maybe. Maybe he's just really done with you.
Why did you do that? You've ruined us!
I was just acting out of the good of my heart.
How is that the good of your heart? You're obviously being vindictive.
Well, I'm definitely not trying to be kind to you. Your fiancé, on the other hand, I'm definitely trying to be nice to him. I just wanted to help him. Give him a warning before he makes a life-changing decision. Because he should definitely steer clear of you.
How could you? You're terrible. Our relationship is none of your business. You had no right.
It's not none of my business. He's the man who saved my daughter. I felt obligated to help him. Either way, I'm pretty sure you guys are over. If you really care about him, just leave him alone.
What am I supposed to do about my debt? How am I supposed to make my payments?
It's debt that you created yourself. You'll just have to pay it back yourself too.
I know. Give me Allison back.
What? How is that a solution?
The wedding's off. I'm not getting remarried. So give Allison back to me.
So, you want to get her back, then get money through child support? As if I would let that happen. I've already been preparing to get Allison's custody transferred.
What? You can do that.
I found a great family lawyer. I'm going to get custody of her and make sure that you can never be near her ever again.
How could you be so selfish?
The only one who's been selfish here is you. If you want to fight this, you also have the right to get a good lawyer and try to keep custody.
I don't have the money for a lawyer.
Well, I expected that.
You want to talk? It's not like you're rich or anything. Do you even have the money to get a lawyer?
Oh, I guess you didn't know since it happened after you left. I got promoted, and I'm making pretty good money now.
You're lying. There's no way that happened.
Thanks to the promotion, I've been able to provide Allison with a good life. I can treat her to anything she wants, and even make enough to take her on trips overseas in the future.
You're making that much more than before?
If we were still married when I got the promotion, you might have wasted all the money I was earning. I'm really glad we got divorced when we did. Thanks for leaving me.
Why is it always me? Always having things happen at the wrong time.
Not only did your fiancé and your ex-husband abandon you, but it looks like even God isn't on your side. You're going to be dealing with collections on your debt from now on, right? Good luck with that.
I won't be able to afford to put food on the table.
You'll be fine eating less than usual. It's just like you said before. If you have a little to eat once a day, you'll be fine. Actually, there's another lesson you could learn from your own disciplinary methods. You could just shower once every 3 days. That way, you'll save some money on your water bill.
That's no way to live. I don't want that kind of life.
Then I guess you'll have to work really hard. You'll have to actually break a sweat for once and really grind hard. Maybe then you'll be able to afford all the luxuries you had before.
You're enjoying seeing me suffer like this, aren't you? How dare you? It's sick to enjoy someone else's pain.
Look, I'm never going to forgive you for how you treated my daughter. I think you should be punished. And honestly, I do want you to suffer. I think you should experience the torture that your own daughter had to go through. Serves you right. After everything that happened, Jessica was never able to give up on her fiancé and kept following him around. But he ended up suing her, and even got a restraining order against her. I heard a rumor that Jessica ended up filing for bankruptcy after that. After Allison came to live with me, I made sure to only provide the best for her. Whenever she'd have a break from school, we would go on trips together to visit new places. I wanted to do what I can to overwrite the memories of her suffering with happy, fun ones. I'm not sure if what I'm doing has helped, but Allison smiles a lot more than she used to. I haven't talked to the fiancé since, but I did send him a thank you gift. He actually responded and sent something back. He had sent a gift basket, and judging by the types of snacks and candy in it, it felt like it was for a child to enjoy. Maybe he actually likes kids, and would have been happy to meet Allison when he was with my ex. To think that she would try to use such a good person for her own selfish reasons. It just reaffirmed my feelings that I'll never be able to forgive Jessica. I don't know where she is or what she's doing now, nor do I care to know. Instead of thinking about her, I want to think about what's best for my daughter and what I can do for her. That way, I'll be able to give her a happy life.
Thank you for watching. If you liked the video and want to see more, please leave a like and subscribe.
Honey, starting next week, Miranda is gonna move in with us. Let's be good parents and let our son and his new wife live with us happily. You're always so cruel toward that poor girl, lying to her and making her feel bad. I don't want to have to tell you how to act or show you what is right or wrong. You should know better than to be rude to our new daughter-in-law. Imagine if when we got married, you moved in with me to my parents' place and they treated you this way. You would be so disappointed. So I'm asking you, begging you, please be very kind to her when she comes.
Why are you always nagging me about the way I treat this dumb girl? It's exhausting. Why should I change the way I act at home just because she's here with us? You're a woman. Why would I change my behavior just because another girl has joined our household? When a woman moves into her husband's family home, she has certain duties that are expected of her. For example, doing the laundry and the dishes. It is not a man's job to do those chores. You've been getting lazy recently and your work has been subpar, to say the least. This isn't something I can let slide. If she doesn't do these tasks, who will? This is all your fault. If you were to do better at these kinds of tasks, maybe I wouldn't be so uptight about it all.
What do you mean it's my fault? I can't do these tasks any better. After we got married, I slaved away, making our house a home and raising our children on my own. For 10 years, I suffered through all of your tedious tasks. For all of that time, you lied to me and made me feel like garbage. But you know what? I powered through for the sake of our children. After they turned 10, you changed and softened up a bit. You know that's the only reason I stayed with you. If you kept nagging me like that every day, I think I would have left you. I was so innocent when I got married, and now we have a lovely family of 4. I'm living so happily now, I'm going to do you a favor, okay? I will do some things better and try to match your standard, but I am only going to do it because I am ashamed of how you treat women, and I don't want your son to see you like that.
What? Did you just say you're ashamed of me? I have provided for you for all of these years. Why on earth would you ever be ashamed of me? You should be grateful and proud. You've really hurt my feelings, you know. I can't believe that you would say that. Maybe you and this new girl ought to do all of the house chores together since you think you can speak to me that way. Just look at other families. Most men share the same values I do, but it seems that times are changing and people are just choosing to ignore tradition. What do you expect me to think when you treat me with such a lack of gratitude? Stop arguing with me and go get me 2 beers.
You know my life isn't so easy either. My body isn't doing so well, and I don't feel as good as I did when I was young. If she moves in and sees us fighting all the time, she's going to want to move back out immediately. I bet that she will take her son with her too. How can you think you're in the right? I've lived with you for 25 years and this is what you think of me? I have never asked you for any favors, and I try to do everything I can to make your life easier. So can't you do me this favor just this once? Think about our son and his new relationship. Don't you want it to be a success? I want Miranda to feel welcomed into her family, that's all. There will certainly be some new challenges having her live with us, but I think it will have many benefits in the long run. You can't keep living your life like this, trying to dominate and bully everyone around you. This is my biggest wish, dear. Please, I'm begging you just this once.
Why does this girl matter so much to you? Is her opinion really that important? I think she's just moving in with us to steal money from Jake. That's what I think. Plus, we don't charge them rent. They don't have much money, and I'm sure that this is all just a way for them to avoid having to work extra.
What are you talking about? I understand that they are struggling right now, but we did too when we were young. You can't just turn them away when they're struggling like this. I want us to all live together as a big, happy family, so please just accept her and treat her kindly. I told you this is my one wish, the only favor I've ever asked you. Besides, nowadays, most young people want to move away from their families into big cities and pursue nicer, more luxurious lifestyles. Who wants to live with their parents out in the countryside? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to rebuild our relationship with Jake and his new wife. Miranda is beautiful, kind, and smart. She's gonna get a new job in no time. Plus, she's good at cooking and already offered to help with it. You know I'm a terrible cook. You and your friends are going to love having her around. There are many families that suck, you know. They aren't kind to their in-laws or treat them horribly. I don't want us to be in that group. I want us to be warm, happy, and welcoming. Is that too much to ask for?
Oh my God, stop it, please. I just want to drink my beer in peace and watch my show. Stop with all this nonsense. Get out of here and let me drink alone. You're acting like a child. It's sad you're wasting all of your free time arguing with me like this instead of doing something you actually enjoy. I want this home to stay in order. These young kids aren't gonna ruin the atmosphere I've built since they've moved out. You need to be more thoughtful and thankful, dear. You don't know how good your life is thanks to me. I told Jake to pick a good girl. There were so many women who were fighting over him, and he had to settle for her. You don't know how much I fought with him about this stupid relationship, but he didn't listen to me, and he ended up marrying this girl. Do you know how hard it is to have a useless wife like you? It is awful. I recognized that girl is similar to you, and I was worried about him. You should be grateful I even decided to marry you. If it weren't for me, you'd be living on your own for the rest of your life. Be grateful for your privileged position, dear. All right, I'm done talking. Are you gonna let me watch my show now?
Yes, dear. I'm sorry.
Now make yourself useful and do some cleaning or something.
After dating my husband for 3 years, we finally got married. From the day I met him, I knew I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. His parents have always lived in the countryside and rarely ever met us in the city. The neighborhood they live in is very wide and the homes are spread out from one another. There are a lot of farmers in this area. The people in town all know each other well and share in all the gossip constantly. There is a town recreation center where they all meet up at least once a week to chat and share food. My mother-in-law, Mrs. Wilson, has been struggling with a couple different health issues. She's been seeing a few doctors, but because they live far out in the country, it's been hard for her to keep up with all of the appointments. Jake, my husband, has convinced me to move in with his parents for a while to help around the house. He didn't want them to know that we were moving in to help his mom with her health issues, so we said that we're struggling financially. After we got married, Jake and Mr. Wilson got into a huge fight. I'm not sure what it was about. I think my husband said it had something to do with us getting married. Apparently his dad didn't think we were a good match and he assumed we would break up eventually. Jake told me that his dad constantly lied to him and tried to manipulate him to get him to do whatever he wanted. Apparently he's been like this since he was in elementary school. Mrs. Wilson was so excited when we got married. She's always been very supportive of our relationship. She's been really stressed recently because she's been unable to complete all of the chores she's expected to do each day. I know that she has a lot on her plate, so I decided to start working part-time to help more around the house.
Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry you have to see the house like this. I didn't want you to see her home in such a messy state. I'm quite ashamed of how it looks.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Besides, I don't think it's messy in here at all. I think your husband has just been too harsh on you lately. Don't think too much of it. Can I be honest for a minute?
Of course, dear.
If I were you, I think I would have divorced him a long time ago. How have you been able to put up with his behavior for 25 years? I've always been so curious about that. I hope I haven't crossed a line.
I understand why you would wonder that. I, too, have wondered why I've stayed with him so long. There were many times we discussed getting divorced, especially when the kids were young and once they moved out. But, you know, when you're in love, you tend to ignore the red flags. When we were younger, he was a really kind man. He treated me well and always made me feel loved. Every time I said that we should get divorced, he would make me do all of the housekeeping and increase the number of chores I needed to do. I know you're thinking I could have just left him or not done the chores, but when he gets angry, he gets scary too. It was just easier to give in and do what he wanted me to do. I didn't want my children to suffer alone with him at that time, and he often threatened to prevent me from seeing them if we did get divorced. His friends encourage him and tell him he's doing the right thing and that I'm a bad wife. I think all of them treat their wives like this. There was no way for me to pursue a divorce, especially with a lack of money to fund it.
Wow. He's even worse than I previously thought. I want to avoid him at all costs. Thankfully, Jake is nothing like his dad. He treats me well, and I think you raised him right. Sounds like you've had a really rough time in this relationship. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. Thank you for raising him to be such a well-mannered and kind man. I heard that your health issues have been worsening recently. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay, but not great. Thank you for asking.
You're constantly getting so stressed, it's no wonder your body is starting to show physical consequences. Don't worry, I promise we're going to take care of you so you don't need to worry anymore. I promise.
Oh, thank you so much. I am so grateful for you both. I've never had any luck finding a good man. That's why I made sure to raise my son right. I see that I did well. I'm so thankful to have you here with us. I think things are finally gonna start getting better.
Now that I think about it, before Jake and I got married, he never mentioned him. He never liked to talk about Mr. Wilson. I heard a lot about Mrs. Wilson, how kind she is, the way she made his childhood so special, and all of the thoughtful things she has said to him. I can tell that she is a really good person. Jake never spoke about Mr. Wilson, even when prompted. I asked him a few times about his relationship with his dad, but his answers made me assume that Mr. Wilson is not a very good person. In fact, I started to assume that he was a horrible person. Thanks to Mrs. Wilson, I am now married to the sweetest man I could ever hope for. He has a good relationship with my parents, and we visit them often. Because of how much effort he puts into spending time with my parents, I decided I want to do better at helping his. When I heard that his mother was sick, I recommended we start to visit more. That's when he brought up the idea of moving in together. At first, I thought it was a bad idea. I didn't want to be in the same house as his father. Although I was hesitant at first, I decided it was the right thing to do. When I first met Mr. Wilson, he was very cold toward me. He didn't seem to like me and said a lot of things that made me feel awful, to say the least. I learned quickly not to speak to him or do anything that might rock his boat the wrong way. He drinks by himself every night, and there's always empty beer bottles on the floor. Even if he has guests over, he will drink himself into a drunken stupor. He constantly calls his friends and speaks loudly on the phone, even late into the night. We previously visited for 2 days in the summer, and it was horrible. He screamed the whole time and made Mrs. Wilson cry multiple times each day. I felt like I should have called the cops at one point. If I was her, I would seriously consider running away and getting a divorce. Mr. Wilson is the kind of person that is never satisfied, no matter what you do. I'm sure there's going to be more than a couple of problems while we stay here. Mr. Wilson, buying a car is out of the question for us right now. Besides, this is not urgent. We have 3 cars between all of us, and I think that is more than enough for the time being. You and Jake have your own cars, and your wife and I can borrow one for when I need to take her grocery shopping or doctor's appointments. Besides, she doesn't do much driving out here, especially nowadays. There's no reason for me to buy my own car at this time. You keep saying that we're trying to leech off of you, but you don't have that much money either. The more I listen to you complain, the more I realize you really don't have as much as you say you do. Jake and I are trying to save our money right now, you know that. That's part of the reason why we moved in with you both. This is a pretty big burden you're trying to put onto our shoulders. I'm sorry, but we're not going to buy another car. End of discussion.
How dare you speak to me like that? You can't speak to your father-in-law that way. I will not allow you to be so disrespectful towards me. I guess you really are incapable of doing anything. We have been trying to avoid you because you are so annoying to be around. I can't believe we have to live in the same house now. You don't know how to take care of a house or complete all of the chores properly. You can barely cook, and you offer nothing to my son financially. You have no right to decide whether or not you need to buy a new car. You two are the ones who decided to move into my house. While you are under my roof, you will follow all of my rules. Otherwise, you can just sleep on the streets, you brat.
Excuse me? Mr. Wilson, you are being way too harsh for the situation. I don't think I could find another man in this world as painfully bitter and miserable as you. I mean, you're truly one of a kind. Nowadays, if you're an adult, you can have adult conversations with other adults. It feels like you are a child, however. I can never seem to have an adult conversation with you. You always resort to childish insults and hateful language. There's no need for me to respect you when you never respect me.
You keep talking about traditions, but times have changed. Besides, you don't work anymore, do you? Why would you expect us to buy such an expensive car?
You would give it to me and I would sell you mine.
You don't have any conscience, do you? Have you ever thought about how your actions affect those around you?
I didn't know you were such a scary jerk. You're threatening me now. I will not stand for this. Listen here. If a woman is to raise her voice towards a man in this household, they should be punished. I have never heard of proper parents allowing their children to behave like you do. Where on earth did you learn to speak in such a hateful manner? You came here looking like a messy rat, and now you're trying to tell me off? I'm sorry, but I can't take you seriously when you look like that. You should have gotten your hair done before coming here. And back to the car argument, because I'm not done talking about it. If you were a good daughter-in-law, you would take out a loan to buy it for us. Most young people take out loans nowadays anyway. Even poor people can get a car with the right loans. Money is not the biggest deciding factor. If your father-in-law wants something, it is your duty to take care of him. That is part of being an adult and growing up. You have to take care of the adults around you and stop being so selfish all the time. You should know better than this.
I'm sorry, I didn't know my job was to take care of an adult-sized baby. We're not going to get you a new car. There is no reason for us to get something so expensive for you, especially when you've done nothing to deserve it. If you really want the car that bad, you're going to have to buy it with your own money. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to help you with this. You should understand that I'm unable to change my ways as it seems you're unable to change yours.
Are you serious? You're really gonna be like this? If you really are gonna act like this in my house, I have some ideas to make you shape up. I guess we're gonna see once and for all who's gonna win this argument. I have never met someone who wouldn't do what I asked. I am very persuasive and likable, so everyone always does what I want. I will make your life a living hell for as long as you treat me this way. In a few days, you'll come back to this house with a big car and an apology. I just know it.
I didn't know how hard living with Jake's family would be when I first agreed to move in. We've only been here for a few hours, and Mr. Wilson is already demanding that we buy him a brand new car. It's a luxury car, too. A Porsche. I said it was too expensive, and he had no need for that kind of vehicle, but he didn't listen to me. He kept demanding that Jake and I buy him the car. Every time we said no, he would scream at me and Mrs. Wilson. It felt like the more we pissed him off, the more he took out his frustration on her. Jake and I have been very worried about his mom since we've gotten here. It seems that her health has declined much worse than we thought. There are many things she's unable to do now, and she spends most of the day lying in bed or cleaning. We made his dad promise to stop lying to us, and he said he will make a better effort to be kind, although I doubt that will happen. Jake finally put his foot down and told his dad that we would not be getting him a new car, and for about an hour, Mr. Wilson seemed to accept the decision. In the past hour or so, he has started demanding we get him one yet again. It seems like he's being even ruder to his wife now that we are here, compared to before. If I'm being honest, I feel very uncomfortable here and I want to go home, but I need to stick around for the sake of Mrs. Wilson. Apparently, some of Mr. Wilson's close friends from town are planning on stopping by later tonight. They heard that Jake and I moved here from the city and they're very curious about us. The man's name is John, and he and his wife have known Mr. Wilson for years. Apparently, John and Mr. Wilson were best friends in their childhood and reunited after moving to the same farm town. Apparently, they hung out every day and do nearly everything together. John's wife, Marie, is close to Mrs. Wilson and relates to her struggles with her husband. Both of the men drink together late into the night and often get drunk. That's when they become the cruelest to their wives.
Here, John, take this shot. All right, how can I turn a drink down from my best buddy? Hey, Mary, get in here. We're taking a shot.
Oh, here, let me pour you another. Enjoy your drinks, boys.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Mary. You know I love it when you get us our drinks. You picked your wife well, John. Can't help but be a bit jealous myself. I wish my wife took care of her looks as much as you do. Then maybe I would ask her to come pour us our drinks instead of you. I can't believe you married this old dog. Brother, what are you saying? Your wife is a total babe? You don't like her anymore? Don't patronize me. It is so hard being with a woman who looks like that. I've told her to exercise and lose some weight, but she always says her back hurts. She looks like an old woman. How can I possibly like the way she looks now? It's even worse now that Jake's wife is here. Have you seen her yet? She would be a total babe if she cleaned herself up a bit. I wish she would wear some makeup and then do her hair. Then she would be a real pleasure for me to look at every day. I don't want her to stay here. I tried to get my son to dump her, but the fool ended up marrying her. Well, it all isn't bad, is it? You said you convinced him to buy you that car, didn't you? I was thinking about it, and I really don't think you need that kind of sports car living out here in the country. I mean, look around. Have you seen many sports cars in our town? I don't think so. I understand where you're coming from, John, but it would be so cool. I told them I need the new car and I'll give them my old truck. If you think about it, it's an investment. An investment. In the future, we'll be able to sell it for more money and earn something back. My son is still young and doesn't understand the benefits of buying such a nice car. I think his wife has convinced him it's a waste of money. They've moved into my house. I'm not charging them any rent. I think they're obligated to do what I want. Hey, man, you're crazy. I don't think you're thinking this through. Do you know how clever these young people are nowadays? They know all about the investment in stocks. I think that asking them to buy you that car is crossing a line, you know? How will your daughter-in-law think of you if you demand this? No, don't ask too much of them, brother. Don't worry, they can take it. Moving forward, they'll learn how they need to act in my household. I guess I just need to change my method. You will see, I'll get what I want in the end.
You are so mischievous, Wayne. I understand why you're being so tough on them. A young woman needs to learn her place. I'm sure Jake could have found a better girl who would treat him right and fit all of your expectations. What a shame.
Thank you, Mary. This is exactly what I've been saying. John's first wife was a total witch. Oh, I'm so happy he left her and married you instead. Not only are you beautiful, but you're intelligent and sensible too. I had the best luck in finding a good wife. She's always so kind and so beautiful. Everywhere we go, men try to hit on her. I feel like the luckiest man in the world.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
They continued to meet with each other every day and encouraged each other's misogynistic behavior. They were very close and often spent the whole night chatting and drinking alcohol. After their first conversation that night, Mr. Wilson came to Jake and I again and demanded we start paying him rent and that we buy him the car. Mrs. Wilson begged him to stop asking us, but he just started to scream at her. At one point, he almost hit her, but Jake held him back. The whole situation was incredibly traumatic for all of us. When they got married, Mrs. Wilson was young, naive, and innocent. I've talked to her numerous times, encouraging her to get divorced. One night, Mr. Wilson heard us talking about it and stormed into the room. He slapped me across the face and started to hit Mrs. Wilson. Mrs. Wilson was so banged up that she needed to go to the emergency room. I drove her and Jake stayed at home with his dad to give him a piece of his mind. Mr. Wilson went around town talking to all of his buddies and lying about the whole situation. He told everyone his wife tried to kill him and he was defending himself. I couldn't believe the audacity he had to lie like that. He has lied to these people numerous times before to manipulate them, so I am not surprised they all believe him. Now all of the townspeople are gossiping about Mrs. Wilson and she's being shunned. They only heard one side of the story, and now the rumors about Mrs. Wilson are getting out of control.
I'm scared for Mrs. Wilson's safety now that I know how abusive Mr. Wilson is. Mr. Wilson, you are just awful. You hurt her so badly that I had to bring her to the ER first thing in the morning. No matter how much I think about it, none of your actions were justifiable.
Yo, shut up. You're so annoying. There is no need to yell in the hospital. You have no manners. Why are you speaking so much anyways? I'm tired of hearing you yap like a dog. Who was the one who got her talking about divorce in the first place? Ever since you've come into our home, you've done nothing but encourage her to behave irrationally. Her body was already in a bad condition, but guess what? My body isn't good either. I have health issues too, but no one ever seems to ask me how I'm doing. She's gonna be just fine. I think she's just being dramatic, honestly. I told her she needed to start exercising and eating healthier to help her turn her health around, but she didn't listen to me. She always complained her head hurt, or her back hurt, or whatever else. She got lazy and she stopped taking care of herself. That's why her situation is so bad now. The only person she has to blame is herself. Dad, I can't believe you just said all of that. You don't think you're being too harsh on Mom? What did she do wrong? She did nothing. You always say that she's doing something wrong when she's done absolutely nothing. Ever since I was a kid, you've always treated her like garbage, like less than a human. Why can't you just let her be happy for once? Why do you have to dictate everything she does all the time? You have always lied and manipulated our family. She's never done anything wrong. Honestly, I think that she would have left you a long time ago. It hurts me to see her being treated like this by her own husband. You ungrateful brat. I married your mother when she was a good woman. You haven't realized how quickly she's deteriorated. I promise my feelings are all justified. You're just as dim-witted as your wife. The man in the house is supposed to keep all of the women in line. Your job is to make sure that they take care of you. In what world do you allow the women in the house to dictate how you live? What have you learned from me? What have you ever taught me? How to lie? How to cheat? How to manipulate people to get them to do what you want? When I was a kid, I always saw Mom crying silently alone in her room. You always drank alcohol and shouted and broke furniture when you were mad. You're the reason I have never drank a drop of alcohol. You never spoke to me like a real person. You were always disappointed in me and made sure that I knew it. Do you know why I never visited you after moving out? Because I'm ashamed of you. I am so ashamed. I am begging you to get a grip and open your stupid eyes. I see that ever since you got married, you've changed your attitudes towards me. I think you did learn stuff from me, but you met this little jerk and decided to change your opinion on it all. If you can't handle the way that I live, get out of my house. What, you don't like that? If you hate it so much, get out of my house. I have no need for ungrateful jerks like you living in my house and leeching off of me.
You know what? I don't think I can live with a monster like you. I can't understand how your wife managed to live with you for so long when you treat everyone like dirt. Who could ever love you? Who could ever respect you? I think she ought to divorce you and take all of your money along with her. I'm sure you'll find a better partner who will bow down and worship you like you desperately want. I don't get why you won't let her divorce you. Obviously you're unhappy and want to avoid her. You say she's ugly, lazy, and not a good wife, so why not let her go? I think you should seriously reconsider letting her leave before you file a police report against you.
Oh, you're such a crybaby. If you look at all the men in society, they treat all women like this. Women want to be taken care of and men want a good wife in return. Is it so much for me to ask for my wife not to get fat and to be good at cooking and cleaning? I didn't want to abandon her, and in the end, I didn't want to go through all of the effort of finding another partner. I've been married to her for so long, I didn't want to throw away all of our history. You won't find other men like me who are noble enough to stay with their wives even after they've fallen out of love with them. I am a good person. You should all be grateful that I'm allowing you to come into my home at all. I think you don't know what it means to be thankful. You are both so privileged that you don't know what you should or shouldn't be thankful for.
What are you talking about that all men in society act the same way as you? You don't work and spend every day at home. You're an alcoholic with anger issues and some serious problems. Why would you think that your actions and lifestyle is so common for so many people? I don't think there's any way you'll be able to get a grip because you don't even realize that what you're doing is wrong. You've met plenty of women, and in my opinion, they have all dodged a bullet as you are a terrible person. The older you have gotten, the worse your attitude and temper have gotten. It is really disappointing to see the person you've become and the way you treat women. I don't think you love your wife at all. I think you just get off at the idea of controlling her. I haven't reported you to the police yet because your wife begged me not to, but I am going to. You know, if the police come around the house, they're going to ask me, Jake, and all of your neighbors about the way you have treated her. Are you prepared for our answers? That's why I think the best thing for you to do is let her divorce you. Otherwise, we will see to it that you are arrested and charged for the damage you've done to her.
What damaged? I have never damaged anybody in my whole life. You're lying about me and making stuff up. The police wouldn't believe you even if you tried. Janet said she's fine anyways. You don't need to worry about her so much. You're making something small out to be something bigger. You're supposed to be a good daughter-in-law, but I see that you're just trying to destroy our family.
I don't think you understand that you've already destroyed your family. You didn't need my help with that. Your wife has always been so kind to me and has welcomed me with big arms into the family. I will continue to think of her as my mother, but I will never consider you to be part of my family. You keep saying I should respect you as your daughter-in-law, but I see you as a monster, not a person. Don't you dare raise your voice to her ever again. If you do, I promise I will have the police raid your house. You know that you won't be able to win that case if it goes to court, so I would be careful if I were you.
What is this nonsense that you're spewing? You seem to think I've done so many bad things, but I haven't. I think you're all just twisting my words to use them against me. What kind of a husband would allow their wife to fight against them when they know they're in the right? Janet has never been a good wife. I constantly have to correct her. Getting a divorce would just be the easy way out. I made a promise when we got married that I would stay with her forever, even if I'm the one who is miserable. This is a sacrifice I'm willing to make for her. All you've done since you've gotten here is ruin the atmosphere of my house and destroy the remaining joys I have.
Mr. Wilson, Hank. Can I call you Hank?
No, you may not.
Hank, you need to get a grip. At your old age, drinking so much alcohol isn't good for you. You shouldn't be driving or doing anything really. You're a danger to everyone around you. Do you know how much you've destroyed your health? You have continued to ask us to buy you a car, yet you can barely drive. I wouldn't trust you to drive in any circumstance. I'm worried that you're going to hurt yourself, or even worse, that you're going to hurt someone else. I don't think you should own a car. I know you've driven while drunk a few times, and although you haven't gotten into an accident yet, you will eventually. You are endangering so many innocent lives. Why would I trust an irresponsible person like you with an expensive sports car? I think that your neighbors would like to know how recklessly you've been driving around their neighborhood. I'm sure everyone will be very worried about their safety. I don't want to be around you, but I don't want you to be left alone to commit such crimes on your own. Even though you think you're still young, you're old, and your body and mind show us that. You need to take this stuff seriously.
How dare you say that I've driven drunk? I have never done such a thing. What do you expect me to do? Sell my car? How would I drive Janet to the hospital if I don't have a car? Plus, next week I have a meeting at the town square, so I need my car. Everyone in town will be there. It's a big meeting. We have food and drinks and play games. Everyone goes. John and Mary are going too. There is no way I'm going to miss this.
We understand there are things you want to do, and of course you can still go. You just won't be allowed to drive yourself. I can drop you off, and pick you up when it's all over. Just think about it, please. I am going to take care of your wife from now on, so you don't need to worry.
What have you ever done for me that makes you feel like you can come in all high and mighty? You have done nothing for me. I am not a child. You will not be my driver. I wish I'd never convinced Jake to marry you. You have completely brainwashed him. Come on, Jake, back me up here. Hank, I do not consider you my father. You are nothing to me.
After the outburst at the hospital, we kicked Hank out of the area and called a taxi to take him home. We prepared to sell his car and prepare for him to get access to taxis or driving services in the town. Apparently, there is a shuttle bus funded by the local government that drives people to and from the town center. Hank was furious with Jake and I for standing up to him and threatening to call the police and report him. After the incident, Mrs. Wilson spent about 3 days in the hospital. After returning to the house, Jake and I started to pack up our items. John and Marie came by the house after Hank called them and spoke to them in private about everything. Jake and I have been staying at a motel in town instead of at the house because we're scared to be around him alone. I don't understand how someone can think that this kind of behavior is acceptable or normal. Every time we've gone by the house to get more of Mrs. Wilson's stuff, Hank bombards us in a drunken stupor. He always says something like,
It's not my fault I don't love her anymore.
Next week is the big town meeting he was looking forward to. I told Hank he better watch himself or else we won't take him, and he said he'll behave until then. I think he's going to be sad to learn that everyone in town is angry with him. Apparently John and Marie gossiped and told everyone about the fight. Seems like Hank has started to give up on life. He doesn't leave the house, and he only drinks. Last night was the first time in 5 years that John and Marie didn't stop by to drink with him. I think that's really gotten to him. I don't think he's going to be able to continue like this. He needs to start preparing for the meeting by coming up with food to cook and take with him. He's not sure what to do because he has always made Mrs. Wilson do it. I'm a bit worried that he will ruin the party for everyone else. It's not the kind of party you should get drunk at, and he's bound to get to that point. Jake and I went to the town center to introduce ourselves to some of the townspeople and update them on Mrs. Wilson's condition. They seem nice. I just hope that his friends can talk some sense into him.
Thank you for all coming and helping me by making this food. The food is delicious and I'm sure you're all gonna have a great time. Of course, we're happy to help, but are you not coming with us to the meeting? I heard about Janet. Is she doing okay? What really happened? I heard that you hit her after she said she wanted a divorce. Oh, that's not the truth, is it? Of course it's not true. She fell after we got into an argument and blamed me for it. Where in the world would a man with this kind of lying wife continue to go out in public? I know I did nothing wrong. I'm innocent. That's why I'm going tonight. The food is delicious, boys. Thank you. If I'd known she'd lied about everything, I would have never gossiped. Now, I'm so sorry, Hank. I shouldn't have done that to you. We all made mistakes. I learned from mine. Don't worry about it, I get it. My daughter-in-law is one convincing brat. Let's just continue to be good friends moving forward. Keep coming over and spending nights with me. What did I hear your wife saying on the phone to you last time you came over? That she wants a divorce? Is that right? Yeah, she suddenly told me she wanted a divorce. I don't have any idea why. It's been so hard for her to live in the countryside when she's so used to the city. I asked her if that was the reason she wanted to leave me, but she said it wasn't. I have no idea what it could be. She's been very stressed recently, but that might be part of the reason. But I'm sure I'll be able to talk her out of it. You've talked your wife out of it so many times that I just knew what to say. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, that's a relief. You can always believe in me. I promise I know all the ways to keep the ladies with you. I guess you can't trust women these days. They're always letting us down. They aren't as honest as us men, and they have no sense of reality. They're so emotional and hysterical, and they never see the whole picture. Yeah, you're right. Women suck nowadays. No, you know that tonight you're supposed to receive one of the awards for best husbands in town, right? I think they just announced the winners. Oh, I knew I would win. Oh, it looks like you've got a congratulations video from your son. He and his wife must have done a lot to prepare that for you. Oh, I'm jealous. What a good son you have. My son and I are very close. He knows how to make me feel good. Oh, I knew he would come around. Let's all watch this together. Huh? What is that? What is this, Hank? Isn't that you and Mary together? Kissing? No way. No way, you cheated on your wife with John's wife? That's why she's divorcing him. What is this? Turn it off. Hey, I can't turn it off. This isn't really me. Miranda made it all up. Don't look, John, it's not real. It isn't what it looks like. I didn't do anything wrong. That's not me, I'm telling you the truth. Wow, I see now the rumors about you were all true. Best husband? As if. It's your fault that my wife is divorcing me. You jerk, get over here. I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. You are dead meat. You've been my best friend for our whole lives, and you did this to me? You're a monster. Hold on, John. I promise you it wasn't me. Just hang on for a second. Let me explain. Hold on. John!
Good morning, Janet. Where did Miguel go? He went down to the market to get me some fresh fish. Oh, wow. I should have known that's where he was. How would you have known? Because you love fish and he loves to cook it for you. Of course he would be out at the market. I'm glad that he treats you so well and tends to your needs. Other women would be jealous to find such a great man. Oh my, don't embarrass me like that. I lucked out meeting him.
Do you really like him? I mean, does he treat you well?
I have never been treated better. There is nothing more I could ask for. It's like a dream come true.
I was worried about you starting to date again after all of the stuff that happened with Hank, but I see now that there are better people out there.
He is very different from Hank. Miguel treats me like a queen and is always trying to make me happy. I was scared to leave Hank because he made me believe that no one would want me, that no one would treat me any better. But I was so wrong. Thanks to your support, I was able to find true love.
I'm so happy for you. You've worked so hard for your kids for so long. It's finally time for you to get your own happy ending. I hope you can live the rest of your life happily.
Thank you, dear. It's all thanks to you.
As soon as Hank got the video of him cheating on his wife with his friend's wife, I knew that his life would be ruined. Marie came to me and told me everything after Hank threatened her if she told anyone. I asked her to get me some evidence, and she did. After I showed Jake, he was furious and said he wanted to destroy his dad's life. After the fight, John and Danny went to the town meeting and showed everyone the video. Everyone was shocked by Hank's behavior, and they learned that the abuse accusations were all true. Hank was stripped of his award and was banned from ever coming to the meetings again. He has been outcast by everyone in the town. He now has no car, no wife, no son, and no friends. He tried to rebuild his life, but it was hard for him to do so with no support. One day it rained so hard that all of the fields flooded. Hank sat in the field, all alone in the cold, crying and wishing he had made different decisions. Everyone said that he wasn't a person, that no person could be as cruel as him. They called him a monster and told everyone to stay away from him. Some old friends tried to visit him and talk some sense into him, but he went crazy and tried to fight them all. They said he was the crazy one and all left. Now no one visits him and he's all alone at the farm. Hank and Mrs. Wilson finally got divorced, and she got a large portion of his money and assets, leaving him with next to nothing. He was allowed to keep one car in the house, but that's all he has left. Now, neither of his children visit him, and he's all alone. He still blames me for ruining his life. Since the divorce, Mrs. Wilson has come to live with Jake and I in the city. She likes it a lot so far. We have a garden out back that she likes to tend to, and she gets to spend her free time knitting and watching funny movies. Jake and I share our cleaning and cooking duties at home and enjoy the balance and quality of her home. We try to pamper Mrs. Wilson since she has been suffering for so long. Jake and his mom's relationship is better than ever, and I consider her to be my own mother. Since moving in with us, her health has improved drastically. Her stress has been reduced, and she doesn't have to do nearly as much physical work. I've been cooking her healthy foods and doing low-impact exercises and stretching with her a couple of times a week to help get her healthier. She said she's never felt stronger and is happy to be living with us. She said she feels so close to me now that she wants me to call her by her first name, Janet. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Laura, you didn't go back to your own parents' place again. New Year's wasn't long ago, and you didn't come here for that either. You didn't come here for Christmas or for Thanksgiving. When do you ever plan on coming over here? You haven't come here once since you got married. You're acting like you're not even aware that you married my son. Hello, Ruth. I told you a few times, but I'm only going to go and see you on special family occasions with my husband. There's no family events going on your side of the family. And I haven't had a chance to make it over to your place just for a visit. What do you mean? You've got lots of time. Jamie is overseas working for a while, so obviously you're the one deciding not to come visit me, right? You're the wife of my eldest son, so it's your duty to come visit me and help me out with things. It's talking like that, picking on me, that got Jamie angry in the first place. You say things are my duty because I'm the wife of your eldest son? Like that makes me your slave or something. That's the whole reason why I don't go over there. Have you forgotten already? When have I ever picked on you? I'm just teaching you how a real wife should act. It's especially important because you're the wife of my eldest. You have to know these things. Okay, let's hear it. What are the ways a real wife should act? I can't believe you don't know this already. But if I have to tell you, I will. Here are the rules again. 1. The wife of the eldest son should never disobey her mother-in-law. 2. The wife of the eldest son should be deeply dedicated to her parents-in-law's household. 3. The wife of the eldest son should quit her job and become a housewife. 4. The wife of the eldest son must give birth to a son who will become the heir. 5. The wife of the eldest son should let her parents-in-law live with her so she can serve them as well. 6. The wife of the eldest son should take over all the housework as soon as she starts living with her husband. 7. The wife of the eldest son must cut ties with her own family and put her parents-in-law above all else. Oh, that should be enough for the time being. Those 7 rules, they're not possible for me. Huh? You should know by now that I always say what's on my mind. I don't care if you're my husband's mother or not. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. And if I think you're wrong, I'm going to tell you. And Jamie told me from the start that we would not be living with you, even when you're old. We discussed that with your husband already, and he agreed that it was fine if we didn't. Oh, that's something he said without my permission. The eldest son and his wife, especially the wife, should take care of us and be with us to the very end. I'll explain that to your father-in-law again. And just because I got married doesn't mean I'm going to quit my job. And I will not cut ties with my family. My family will always come first. I can't agree to such a one-sided idea. I'm going to continue working at my job, and when I want to see my family, I'm going to see my family. What? And as for giving birth to a male heir, I know you're set on us having a son, but I can't control the gender of my baby. A boy might be the first baby, it might be the 10th, nobody knows. You can't force stipulations like that on someone. So saying I must give birth to a son is the most unrealistic thing I've ever heard. Laura, what's gotten into you? If you think you can argue with me just for argument's sake, you're very wrong. If you think I'm arguing just for the sake of arguing, let me put it like this. What you're asking of me is absurd. It's unreasonable and irrational. I will not agree to it. What? That kind of irrational thinking and those expectations and pressure is enough to drive me away. What do you mean? This isn't pressure, it's standard manners you should have been taught already. But for some reason you lack this knowledge. So I'm doing my best to change that. You seem to not be seeing or just ignoring my kindness. The problem is you. Kindness. Yes, you're not living up to my expectations. The problem is you. Oh, your expectations, huh? Yes, that's right. I'm doing my best to teach you how you should act. But it's just not getting through to you. It's making me both sad and angry at the same time. Think about it from my perspective, okay? A woman is supposed to take care of the household. So hurry up and quit your job and start handling the duties around the house. I'm trying to teach you how to be a good wife. Not all families run the way you think. Jamie and I run our household based on what we value and what we think is important. You still don't get it, do you? For you to think that you can make me conform to your views of what your ideal daughter-in-law should be is not just butting in, but it's crossing the line. You trying to change my values and beliefs is more than just trying to teach me how to act. Listen here, you chose to marry into our family, so it's only natural that you should follow our values, especially those of your elders. That means me. Really? Then let me tell you how things work in the real world. What? Are you going to defy me again? First, about my job. I started my own business before I met Jamie, and I'm the boss of it. Huh? The boss? So, telling me that I have to quit my job equals telling me to close down the whole business. What do you think's going to happen if I do that? I can't even tell you the full impact that would have, but that would put a lot of good people out of work and cause trouble for a lot of families. You're the boss of that place? This is the first time I've heard that. No, the first time I met you, we talked about my job and my business. But you told me a woman shouldn't talk about such fantasies as that. Just hurry up and quit so you can run my son's household. You just laughed and wrote it off like I was joking about my status. No matter how many times I try to tell you, you'd just say, "Stop with this fantasy, darling, and just listen to me." Then you'd go on and on about what a daughter-in-law should do. That's the only thing your conversations ever consist of. I was just telling you what is expected of you if you want to be part of my family. Jamie, though, was completely surprised and embarrassed about how one-sided your idea of an ideal daughter-in-law is. He told me not to bother trying to please you. He said that! Honestly, he told me I could block you from sending me messages if I wanted to. He knew, since he was going to be overseas working for a long time, that you'd try to change me. Luckily, it's really easy for me to keep in contact with him if I need to talk to him. I'm getting a little bit off topic here. Anyway, are you still telling me to quit my job? I don't know. It's really not good if it's going to cause problems for all your employees and their families, but... So, you understand now. But you know, a woman is supposed to take care of the household, right? But I'm not going to close down my company. Oh, I just thought of something that will work. A way the company can stay open and you can be a housewife. Let's hear it. Give the company to Jamie. He can be the boss instead. Huh? What are you talking about? Jamie and I work in completely different fields. It's fine. Jamie is a smart person, so he'll easily be able to do anything you can do. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll give you 2 months to get it done. So within 2 months, have the business switched over to Jamie's name and he'll run it. and you resign. Then you guys can come live with us, okay? That's easy for you to say. It's fine. It'll be okay. I've said it so many times. Jamie is a smart kid. If you can do it, he'll pick it up right away. Do you know what you're saying to me right now? Of course I do. Well, that's all decided, so contact Jamie right away and we'll have him return home. Jamie, he's here with me right now. He said he's going to message you right now. He wants to talk to you. I suggest you listen to what he has to say. Mom. Jamie, when did you get back to America? Yesterday. I'm surprised. You should really tell me ahead of time about things like this. I had some things I had to take care of suddenly. There's some things I have to do here at head office, so that's why I came back. I'm heading back overseas the day after tomorrow. But from next month on, I'll be working back here again. Great! You can give them your 2 weeks' notice tomorrow. Huh? If you look at Laura and I's chat, you'll understand. 2 months from now, you're going to be taking over Laura's company. So you might as well hurry up and quit that job you're at now. Mom, is this about you wanting Laura to be a housewife? Do you even know what a job is? Huh? The international company I'm working for now. This is the job I've been dreaming of my whole life. You know that, right? And you just want me to up and quit just like that? What's wrong with you? But Jamie, you can become the boss. Your salary will increase drastically. It'll help not only your father and I in our old age, but you as well. I've talked to Dad. He's already got a few things prepared for when he gets older. He said he has no intention of relying on me. Oh, I'll talk to him and change his mind about that. Don't you worry. Don't bother trying to persuade him. I agree with his idea. What? And all I ever hear is that you're trying to push your views and opinions on Laura. I don't think I can forgive you for that anymore. And now to get Laura to be a housewife, you're trying to get her to quit her job and have me take over for her? That's absurd. You've gone too far. But... No buts. Do you even know what kind of company Laura runs? Well, no. I just found out she was a boss a short time ago. It's not that you just found out. It's that you've never listened to us before. Laura runs a company made up of highly trained experts, herself included. The majority of people working there have to have advanced degrees in their field. Highly trained experts? You've got to study for years and years to even get in the door at her company. And you expect me to be the best in the field in 2 months. You're crazy. Well, what the heck kind of company is it then? If I even try to explain it, I can just see you going there and making trouble. So I'm not even gonna tell you. But Laura and I both love our jobs. We look forward to going to work every day. And because we respect each other and our jobs, our marriage is going great. I'm not going to let your selfishness ruin everything for us. Selfishness? It is selfishness, no matter how you look at it. Laura's deleting you from our contact list as we speak. Wait, hold on. The only reason you haven't been blocked already is because Laura is so kind. No matter what, Laura's not going to have anything to do with any family events on your side ever again. What are you saying? She's the wife of my eldest son. She has to perform her duties. I can't forgive her for this. Stop acting stupid. This is all happening because of you. Until you can understand that, you won't be seeing me either. Jamie! How could you do that to your mother? If you want to contact me, do it through Dad. Bye. Even after Jamie told her that, and after getting a lecture from her husband, Ruth still wouldn't change her mind. I guess from the beginning her idea of what it would be like when she grew old never matched anyone else's. After arguing about it for a long time with her husband, she couldn't take it anymore. One day she just shoved a set of signed divorce papers in her husband's face and said If you're not going to agree with me on this, I'll divorce you." My father-in-law was so happy. He finished filling the papers out and handed them in the next day. Apparently, Ruth was just trying to scare her husband with them. She didn't think he'd actually divorce her. She almost had a nervous breakdown when she found out he had submitted the papers. But it was too late for her at that point. When Ruth left home, she figured we'd just let her live with us. So she had all of her belongings sent to our house. Ruth didn't tell us anything about it. Jamie was furious when the movers showed up at our door unannounced. Before allowing the movers to unload anything, Jamie called his uncle and convinced him to take Ruth's stuff. We had the movers forward everything to Jamie's uncle's house instead. When Ruth showed up at our house later, all nonchalantly, Jamie's uncle came and took her away. She's now living in a tiny spare bedroom at her brother's house, ashamed with how her life has turned out. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please press the like button. See you next time!
Dana, are you already back from school today?
Yeah, Mom. I got home from school about an hour ago. Final classes were canceled due to the power going out at the school. I am in the middle of fixing dinner right now.
Is that so? What are you making?
I'm trying out Grandma's beef stroganoff recipe. So far, it is going good.
It sounds delicious. I wish I could be there to help you. Speaking of Grandma, I'm sorry that I had to leave you with your father and go stay at your grandma and grandpa's place.
There's nothing that could be done about it because of what Dad did to you, and you needed to get out of here.
How is your health now?
You are following up with and doing what your doctor said to do regularly, right?
Yes, I am doing everything he said to do. I think that things are finally getting closer to normal now. I still have setbacks from time to time, but they are not as bad as before. I just need a little more time.
That's good. I am glad to hear that things are looking better and that you are improving. You were constantly hyperventilating when you were here at the home because of all the stress you were feeling because of what Dad did. I think that going to Grandma and Grandpa's place was the best idea for you so that you could start to improve your mental and physical health and to be out of the stressful situation.
You're right. I think it was the best idea to come here. I am sure that I caused you to worry about me a lot. I am really sorry for not being there for you and taking care of you.
Hey now, don't worry about me. I am managing just fine. You did what you needed to do to get back in good health. Dad is the one to blame here for hurting you by cheating on you and all of the stress he caused.
Yeah, you're right. He is to blame for all of this. Say, Dana, while I have been here, I have had some time to think about what I want to do, and I have made up my mind to leave your father.
Wait, really? You want to leave Dad?
Yes. I have thought about it long and hard and decided that it was just not going to work out between us anymore. Sticking around with him was stressing me out so much that it made me sick, and I wasn't able to take care of you as a mother should. And I couldn't stand the thought of going through that anymore.
Mom, is that what you really want to do?
Yes, it is. It's going to take some time for the divorce to be finalized, because there are quite a few details that your father and I have to discuss through our attorneys.
I see. Well, I support you in this decision. It makes perfect sense considering all that he has done to us.
In regards to you, though, I was hoping that you would come live with me at your grandparents' place.
Okay.
The only real problem I see is that it will take you longer to get to and from school, right?
Yeah, you're right. It would add quite a bit of time to my commute, and I would also have to get up much earlier.
Well, I want you to discuss this with your father and decide which house you want to go to school from. Either way, the court will end up giving me custody of you. I hope that is okay with you.
It's fine with me. I don't want Dad to have custody of me, but I want some more time to think about which of you I want to live with. I have less than a year before I graduate from high school, and I should soon be receiving an acceptance letter to the university I want to go to.
Take your time in deciding, and don't worry about it. You still have time. It's your choice to make, and you can change it at any time. I told your father not to let that other woman move in before you have graduated and moved on to the university.
Really?
Are you sure that he will do that? I told him he has no choice. I would never forgive him if he decided to let her move in while you're there. All right, then. I will seriously think about who I want to live with and let you know. Great. You may get angry with me for apologizing again, but I am sorry for putting you through all this. I will work to get my physical and mental health back in good condition, and then I will be able to support you even more than I can now. Mom, you're stronger than you think. Look at all you have done to raise me so far. So don't worry about it. I'll be okay. Right now, you need to think about taking care of and improving your physical and mental health. Doing just that is enough to make me very happy. You're right, Dana. I will work on improving my physical and mental health first. That's the spirit, Mom. I will get back to you when I have made my decision. Got it. I'll be waiting for it. Thanks, Mom. By the way, I am coming over there for the weekend. Please let Grandma and Grandpa know that I want to use their guest room. Got it. They will be very excited to see you. I will also make your favorite dinner when you come. Dana, thank you. As I said, I will work hard here to get back into good health.
Dana, have you heard that your mom and I are getting a divorce?
Yeah, I heard from Mom about it.
So, what are you going to do? Have you decided who you are going to live with? The reason why I'm asking is that I am thinking about selling this house and buying another, to make a change. If you come live with me, you are going to end up living a little farther from school, so it will take longer to get there. However, you will still be closer than living with your mother.
What? You're selling the house?
Yes. Like I said, I want to get a fresh start.
Have you told Mom you're selling the house?
I haven't told her yet, but it doesn't matter because she and I are getting a divorce. All that matters now is that it will take you a little longer for you to get to school.
I really don't think it is a good idea not to tell her. I think that she should know. Anyways, so how much longer would my commute be?
Your commute to school is only going to be about 15 minutes longer, so I don't think there is any reason to tell your mother about this.
Well, I guess it's okay. Either way, I have decided that I will be living with you.
Huh? Really?
Is there a problem with me coming to live with you?
No. I don't have a problem with it. I was just a little surprised because I figured that you would want to go live with your mother.
If I live with Mom, school would become even farther away, and I don't want to have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning on school days. Don't worry about me. As long as I get my allowance from you, I won't be any trouble to you.
I see. I guess that you coming to live with me is the best choice then. I think you will be able to live better here than with your mother. You really are a smart kid.
Being closer to school is not the reason why I intend to live with you.
Either way, I will definitely take good care of you. Unfortunately, I have always been out until late at night because of work. But from here on, I will work on coming home earlier.
You don't need to do anything special like that. You also don't need to worry about me if you leave me some spending money. I can fend for myself.
Either way, I'm going to try to be home more than before. By the way, I have something else I want to talk to you about.
You have something else you want to talk to me about? What is it?
When we move, I'm going to have Jamie come and live with us.
What? Who? Is she that woman you were having an affair with?
That's right. I planned on getting remarried to her as soon as the divorce was finalized. So, will you please not tell your mother that you will be living together with Jamie?
That is completely going against what you promised Mom. Mom will be very pissed when she finds out, and I doubt that she will ever forgive you for it.
That's exactly why I don't want you to tell her. In fact, if you don't tell her, I will triple your allowance. What do you think? It's not that bad of an idea.
Is Jamie okay with me living with you?
Yes. When I talked to her about living together, I told her that you will probably be living with us until you graduate from high school. She said that it's okay with her and that she wants to get to know you very well.
Oh. Really?
I know that this is probably a shock to you, but you're only going to be living with us for less than a year. So it shouldn't be too bad.
Well, I am okay with it.
All right then. It looks like you're coming to live with me. Make sure to let your mother know.
I will let her know.
You know, you are really easy to talk to. You're different than your mother.
Stop talking bad about Mom like that to me. To me, she is my mother and has always loved me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. In the meantime, I will let Jamie know you will be living with us.
Okay, got it. Tell her I said hello and that I am looking forward to living together with her.
Hey, Dana. Are you listening to those stupid Ambrosian chants again in your room? Jamie called me and told me about it. She said that every time you come home, you put those on and turn the volume up really loud.
Is there something wrong with listening to those?
Of course there is. It bothers the neighbors and Jamie can't stand it. It's giving her a headache and stressing her out. So will you stop listening to those?
I am sorry, Dad, but this is my daily routine. Which I doubt that you ever knew because you were never at home before. Besides, these chants really help me relax.
Well, you could listen to them through your headphones.
I can't because the headphones hurt my ears.
Are you listening to those on purpose to harass Jamie?
How can you say something like that?
Because that is the only way that I can see it here.
Dad, I'm still a kid, you know. Can't you understand that I would be feeling some anxiety because my parents have recently divorced and my father shortly after that remarried? I am finally getting used to these living arrangements and you accuse me of harassing Jamie? I'm telling Grandma and Grandpa that you're being mean to me and accusing me of harassing her.
You don't need to do that. You know that they are still pissed at me for having the affair and divorcing your mother. I was very close to being disowned by them.
Then let me be! You said that you would let me do as I like if I came and lived with you.
I did say that. But what I am saying is that if you're causing trouble for those that you are living with, you need to stop.
Really? Look who's talking. You did nothing but cause trouble for Mom and I. And how can you say what you are saying? You're the reason that Mom had to be admitted to the hospital for her mental and physical issues. It was your fault.
Anyways, lower the volume when you listen to those chants. Jamie said that the neighbors have been giving her strange looks recently because of them. As a high school student, you understand that public appearances matter, right?
You're the one worried about your public image considering that you had an affair, and then remarried soon after your divorce was finalized? I figured that you being the adult would have some common sense in regards to this matter.
There is no reason for you to bring that up. Now look, I am really begging you to not do anything weird around Jamie.
What do you mean? I've been pretty quiet around Jamie, haven't I?
The only reason you're quiet around her is because you never say a word to her. And you won't eat the meals that she prepares for you. She is trying her hardest to take care of you and to get to know you better. You need to be a little more considerate around her. Jamie has been trying her hardest to get to know you more. She's not trying to replace your mother. She just wants to be able to have a conversation with you.
All right, fine. I'll try and be more nice to her. So I just need to laugh around her, right?
That's right. Just laugh around her. You also need to remember that I am working hard to provide a place for you to live and to give you money that you can spend freely. The least you can do is also show me some respect around here. Dana, you're coming back from your mother's house today, right?
That's right. I'm taking the bus, so I should be home by around 9 p.m.
Before you come home, I wanted to let you know that Jamie and I had a talk while you were at your mother's for the weekend.
Oh, really? What were you talking about?
We were talking about you. When we talked before, I told you to laugh around Jamie, and you have apparently been laughing out loud unnaturally in front of her all the time. Jamie is pretty tired of it and pissed off about it, so you need to stop it.
But wait a minute. You said that I only needed to laugh around her. You never said how to laugh around her.
Yes, I did, but I didn't tell you to laugh unnaturally. You have to stop that. Also, while you are laughing, I heard that you were talking about your mother and I. You talked about how I caused your mother so much physical and mental stress that she had to be admitted to the hospital.
Which is not a lie.
You don't need to exaggerate when you're talking about things like that.
But I am not exaggerating, and that is all I have to talk with Jamie about. I have no other things of interest to talk to her about. Do you have any suggestions for me of what I should talk to her about? Originally, it was because you had an affair with Jamie and then the physical and mental abuse. I felt that she should know everything. Because I am sure that you have not told her anything.
You need to shut your mouth. Jamie's at her wit's end with you now. First it was the loud chants. Next you did nothing but laugh around her. Now you sit there and talk about the relationship your mother and I had. What I am trying to tell you is that this is all driving her crazy. So to fix all this and to help Jamie, I am asking you to not come back here and to stay at your mother's place from here on. I'll send your things to you in the next couple of days.
Fine. I will go live with Mom.
Great. Now Jamie and I can live together in peace.
Now, hold on. I'm not going right away. I'll go when you have divorced Jamie.
Say what?
You're such an idiot to have your daughter live with you and the woman you had an affair with. Did the two of you really think that she and I would really get along? Dad, you are the worst, and Jamie is no different. The two of you had a relationship while you were still married to Mom.
Did you think that the whole time?
Of course I did. You were constantly verbally abusing Mom, and your attitude towards her was horrible. Your abuse hurt her physically and mentally. If you two think that I am going to forgive you for all of this, you're wrong. Especially you.
Then why did you say that you wanted to live with me?
I said I wanted to live with you to put you two through the same hell you put Mom and I through.
What?
It's frustrating to try to be happy when you're getting verbally assaulted, isn't it? Don't think that this will end with you giving me money to stop what I am doing.
I have been compensating your mother more than enough. We were able to finalize our divorce because your mother accepted what I offered.
I really wonder if she did accept it.
Did your mother put you up to this?
Mom doesn't know anything about what is going on or what I am doing. I thought it was best that way. For your information, though, I did it because I was frustrated with this whole situation. And because of everything you put us through. I only love Mom. I don't love you, and I especially don't like Jamie and never will.
All right then. How much money do you want? I don't have a lot to give you, but I will give you what you want to get you to stop what you have been doing. So please don't provoke Jamie anymore.
No way. You are finally getting to understand what it's like to ruin a person's life.
You need to stop all of this right now. You're using your position here to do as you wish.
Who cares? What are you intending to do to me? Are you going to do to me like you did to Mom?
Look here. Who do you think has been making it possible for you to go to school? I have let you live and thrive under my roof because I agreed to let you live here so your school wouldn't be too far away.
I didn't thrive because you let me live here. I was able to thrive because Mom fixed me meals and gave me her love and attention. You only gave me the bare minimum, which was mostly money. I have never felt any love from you.
I don't get you anymore. Don't you dare come home. I won't let you in even if you do come.
Fine then. I will go stay at Grandma and Grandpa's place.
My parents have nothing to do with this.
Yes, they do. You can't do anything to me, because if you do, they will cut you out of their will. If I am right, Grandma and Grandpa have quite a bit of money. And I know that the only reason why you wanted me to live with you is because you wanted to make sure you got your part of the inheritance.
That is not the reason why I did it. I only did it because I wanted to be a father to you.
So if you didn't do it for the inheritance, you're kicking me out of the house for Jamie's sake. If you really love Jamie, money would never be a concern for you, right? But you can't do it because you want your part of the inheritance. I only messaged you to let you know that I was on my way home. Not to have this conversation we have been having.
I'm sorry, Dana. I didn't realize that you hated Jamie and I that much. Everything that has happened is my fault.
That's right. This whole mess is 100% your fault. You know, I may still only be a child, but I understand that you can fall in love with someone else. But it is not true that you had an affair in order to break up with Mom, right? I bet that you wanted to break up with Mom before all of this, and that you probably had your affair so that you could break up with her quicker. I think that is the coward's way out of a marriage. You could have just manned up and told her you were not in love with her anymore and wanted a divorce.
I'm really, really sorry for having put you through all of this.
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
You're right. I will apologize to your mother later and tell her that I accept that I was the source of her physical and mental distress. I am to blame for everything. So, will you please knock it off? I understand that I hurt you and your mother.
You still don't understand anything. That is why I will continue to live with you.
I have asked you not to come back to the house. Why won't you listen? Please get out of the house. I'll do whatever.
You don't have to do anything. From here on, I'm going to be like you and do whatever I want until I completely destroy the happiness that you and Jamie are trying to enjoy. Mom, have my things come from Dad's place yet? Yes, they arrived here this morning and I have put them in your room for you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But why the sudden decision to live here? Your father didn't do anything to you, right? I would like to sit down and have you explain it to me when you get here. I figured that now would be a good time to leave because Dad and Jamie are getting close to divorcing, and I didn't want to be around that situation again. What? They're divorcing? Did you do something, Dana? I only listened to chants and laughed all the time. But then the two of them started creeping me out. Tell me what really happened. I guess that she became disillusioned when she found out about Dad's true nature. I'm not lying to you. I have no idea of what you were talking about, but you did something for me, right? I didn't do it for you. I did it for me. Because I wanted to. Okay, then. Anyways, I am very happy that you decided to come live with me. Even though your commute to and from school just got a lot longer. I am happy too. Oh, by the way, I'll be arriving by the bus stop near the house soon. Great. Tonight I am going to fix your favorite dinner. All right. So it will be a bacon double cheeseburger with double the onion rings and a double-sized serving of Rocky Road ice cream? You really have an appetite, don't you? It's because I finally feel like I want to eat a lot tonight. Also, I think your cooking is the best. I also want to eat what I haven't been able to eat for the past while. Dana. Yes, Mom? Thank you very much, and welcome home. Thank you, Mom. By the way, I'm home. After that, just as planned, Dad and Jamie got a divorce. I am sure the main reason was because I was an overbearing child. I am also sure that she wanted a divorce when she found out about the verbal and mental abuse my father had done to my mother, and was probably afraid that it would happen to her. My dad was pissed at me, saying that it was all my fault. But considering that nobody is around now, he has probably had quite a bit of time to reflect on things. I heard from his parents that he has finally come to terms with what he did. Also, his parents didn't know that he had remarried so soon after the divorce was finalized. They were so much in shock when they heard what I had to say that they disinherited Dad right there and then. Now that Dad has lost everything, I am sure that he is reflecting on the happiness he felt when we were a family. He met with and asked Mom to reconcile and give him another chance. She told him that it would be a cold day in hell before that was going to happen, and that she never wanted to speak to him again. Now I am enjoying living with my mom and grandparents. Every day feels great. I entered college a few months after moving in, and Mom was able to recover her health enough to a point that she was able to start working again. We are both very busy with our schedules every day, but living fulfilling lives together. Some people may look at my revenge as having no meaning and futile at best, but I have no regrets, because I was able to vent and show the frustration I had been feeling for so long. I'm so happy now that I can laugh about what I did. From here on, I am looking forward here to creating memorable memories with my mother and grandparents. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. Everett, this is your number, right? It's Jessie. Long time no see.
Huh? Jesse? As in my ex, Jesse?
You remember me. I'm so glad.
I remember you, but not because I want to. What do you want? I can't believe you messaged me again. You're really gonna pretend to be buddy-buddy after you cheated on me and cleaned out my bank accounts?
That was years ago. I'm sorry. But I told you, it was because I was lonely. You were working all the time. You never paid any attention to me.
So your first reaction is to bring men over to our house and sleep with them? I don't care how long ago it was. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
I understand that. I didn't message you to try to get you to forgive me for what I did.
Who did you get my contact info from?
That's not important right now. Just listen to me. I want to talk to you about your mom.
Huh?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I found your mom.
You're kidding, right? You found my mom?
That's right.
You expect me to believe that?
I figured you'd say that. But I just want you to hear me out. And remember, I'm not 100% sure. But I changed jobs. I do nursing care now. And there's the 60-year-old part-timer that I work with sometimes. Her last name is Foster. That's your mom's maiden name, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but...
See? I remember you telling me that when we were together. And while working with this person, she told me she's divorced. And that she has a son who she hasn't seen since he was a little kid. She even told me her son's name is Everett.
Yeah, right. This has gotta be a joke.
I was surprised too. I debated contacting you again to tell you or not. But I remember you telling me when we were married how much you wanted to see her again. I assumed you still hated me. That's why I hesitated on contacting you. But I thought you should know. I know what I did to you was terrible. I'm not surprised if you still hate me.
I'm sorry. When you messaged me just now, I immediately started fighting with you instead of hearing you out.
Don't worry about it. I think anyone whose ex did to them what I did to you would react the same way. I'm sorry too. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to meet her?
Well, yeah, I think. But I want to see her again. Sorry, this is just so sudden. I need some time to process all this. She left my dad and me when I was in first grade, and nobody knew where she went. If she did that, she probably doesn't want to see me ever again.
I understand why you're hesitant. Don't worry. I didn't say anything to Miss Foster about you. Take your time and think about this. When you've decided what you want to do, message me back. Okay?
Okay. Thanks for all this.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. After what I did to you, you don't have to be grateful for anything I do. I know how bad it was. Listen, you don't have to speak to me ever again if you don't want to. Once you've decided what you want to do, just message me. I won't say anything back. If you decide you want to meet this Miss Foster, I'll tell her about you and give her your contact info. If you decide you don't want to meet her, I won't. It's as simple as that. I'll be waiting for your message. Is this Everett's number? My name is Louise Foster. Jessie gave me your contact info, so I messaged you.
Yes, this is Everett. Are you really my mom?
Everything seems to point to that conclusion. All the stuff Jesse told me about you lines up with what I know about my son. At this point, I don't have any proof, so I can't say I'm 100% sure. But your father is Jack, isn't he? I left when you were only 7 years old. And your dad worked for McDermott Construction at that time.
Yeah, that's right. It's all right.
I know it's too late to say this now, but Everett, I'm sorry. I just didn't know what to do, so I left.
You don't have to apologize, Mom. There was a time in my life when I thought I could never forgive you for leaving us. But I'm sure you had your reasons. I'm not a child anymore, so I understand that. I just want to know what happened.
A lot of things have happened since then. It's been almost 30 years, hasn't it? I heard that your dad died 7 years ago. I'm sorry for not going to his funeral. I didn't keep in touch with anyone, so I had no idea that he even died until long after his funeral.
I see. So that's why nobody at the funeral had any idea where you were either. So, anyway, what have you been doing this whole time? And why did you run away? Is it okay for me to ask?
It's not a very interesting story, but I've been by myself this whole time. And I guess you deserve an explanation as to why I left. So I'll tell you. I left because Jack was cheating on me.
Huh? My dad? He cheated?
I'm sorry. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I know you always looked up to your dad. He was like a hero to you when you were young. But I just couldn't forgive him for what he did. I couldn't bear to look at his face anymore. He broke my heart. At first, I thought about taking you with me when I left. But I didn't think there was any way I could support a child on my own. I wasn't working when I was with your dad. It was a struggle for me just to support myself when I left. I'm really sorry.
Mom, it's okay. I had no idea that he had done that. This whole time, I thought that you were to blame. I thought you just didn't want me.
That's not true at all. I never stopped thinking about you. I always wanted to see you again. But I knew there was no way I could. And after all this time, I wondered if you even wanted to see me again or not.
Of course I did. I still do. I want to see you again. But I just need a little time. To suddenly meet up again after all this time. It's just... I don't know how to put it.
Don't worry. I understand what you mean.
Let's just keep contacting each other like this for a while. Until I'm ready to meet in person. I want to see you. I do.
Everett, you're so kind to give me another chance. You were always a sweet little boy. I'm glad to see things haven't changed after all these years. So, let's do that. Let's keep texting each other for a while. Until you're ready. I want to see you too.
Sorry, Mom. I need some time to process this. So let's call it a night for now. I'll message you again later. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Take all the time you need. I'll be waiting for you. Everett? You haven't been responding to my messages lately. What's wrong? Do you not want to talk to your mom anymore?
What?
Everett, thank goodness. I thought maybe you were never going to talk to me again. Were you busy with work?
Well, I was busy with a lot of things.
I see. Try not to work too hard. You've had to put up with enough difficulties in your life already.
You sure do know a lot about me.
Of course. I'm your mom. So, Everett, I've got something I need to talk to you about. That's why I've been trying to contact you so much these past few days.
Oh yeah, I remember you said there was something you wanted to discuss with me.
Yeah. It's really difficult for me to say this, but I haven't been feeling well for a while, so I went to the doctor last week to have some tests done. The results came back, and I just found out the other day that they have to do some surgery on me. If I don't, I'll die. I've already been admitted to the hospital.
What? You're sick?
Yeah. And after just finding my son after all this time, I'm so sorry. And the thing is, I need you to lend me $30,000 for the surgery. You've got a good job, and you said you're doing really well, right? I think I'll be able to get a lot of it back through my insurance, but that'll take some time. And I don't know how much they'll cover anyway. Plus, I won't be working the whole time I'm in the hospital recovering, so I'll need the money for my regular bills too. Is there any way you can help me out? I don't think I can do all of this on my own.
Is that so?
I'm afraid so.
So that's how you're gonna come at me.
Huh?
My mom died last week. I know it's you, Jesse. You can stop with this stupid charade. I know you bought a second cell phone so you could pull this stunt. If you had enough money to do that, you should have just paid off some of your debt with it. Goodbye.
Everett? What's going on? I'm not Jessie. I'm your mom.
If you're really my mom, then you won't mind answering your phone and talking to me, right? I think I know the answer, but why won't you answer your phone? Even when I asked if I could call and talk to you before, you refused. It's because you know you can't fake my mom's voice, isn't it? Of course it is.
That's not it. Your mom really is sick. She just couldn't bring herself to ask you for help. That's why she lent me her phone to talk to you for her. I'm just acting as a go-between for you two for the moment.
You're despicable. I told you my real mom died already, didn't I? I got a call from my mom's lawyer last week saying that she died and left some things to me in her will. That's my proof. Where is yours? I've already gone and picked up everything she left to me. I saw her empty house. She still had pictures of me as a child up on her walls. Does this person you claim to be a go-between for have any proof that she's really my mom?
Well, I don't know anything about that. I figured she didn't need to prove anything to me if she had already proved it to you.
So, you're still trying to keep up this charade? Whatever. This whole time I haven't been responding to your messages. I've been looking into you. You cheated on me, stole all my money, and ran away. And when you finally married another guy, you cheated on him too, didn't you? And that's why he's suing you right now, huh? But not only that, you were hiding a massive debt from him that you said you had from before he married you. That's why you figured you'd try to scam me out of even more money, huh? 'Cause you wanted an easy way out of the hole you dug for yourself.
How do you know all that? And how dare you stick your nose into my personal business? I hate you!
I can say the exact same thing to you. You pretended to be my long-lost mom, and you told me lies about my dad cheating on my mom, all because you were trying to scam money out of your ex-husband. And you only did all of that because you found out I'm doing really well now, and you wanted a piece of it. You're a horrible person, through and through.
Oh, shut up. Like I care what you think. But you know what? Even I didn't think you were stupid enough to go along with my charade as long as you did. You're even more gullible than I had originally thought. You're pathetic. Well, I guess there's no point in you wasting my time talking to you anymore, so...
Oh, so you want to act like you've won this, huh? That's fine with me. I guess you don't want me to help you. You know what? I'm doing really well right now. I've got lots of extra money I can throw around. I was thinking that if you were honest with me and admitted to trying to scam me, I might actually help you out. But if that is how you want to be...
Huh? Really? Well, the truth is, I really am in some financial trouble right now. I figured that if anyone could help me out, it would be you. I'm sorry for pretending to be your mom. I should have been honest with you in the first place. I mean it. So, will you really help me out? Please? Wait, is it okay if I call you so we can talk about this?
No, because I'm not helping you.
Huh? But you said you would. What about my money? You said if I admitted to trying to scam you, you'd help me.
Jesse, you need to be more careful. It seems you're even more gullible than me. I shouldn't have been surprised that the person who stole all my money 5 years ago would show up and try again. But honestly, I never saw it coming. It's not even that she betrayed me like that the first time that makes me upset. It's the fact that she came back, and I fell for her lies again. I really am gullible, aren't I? I guess I'm just too trusting of other people. When my mom was alive, I really did want to see her again. I think that's why I wanted to believe Jesse so badly. But last week, when my real mom's lawyer contacted me out of the blue, I was able to get the real story. The timing was unbelievable. That's when I knew my ex had tricked me again. So, I hired a private detective to look into what was going on with her. I found out she really was working in nursing care, but there was no one she worked with the same last name as my mom. The detective told me all about Jessie cheating on her second husband and being sued for compensation money because of it, as well as all the debt she had kept hidden from her new husband. People like that just never seem to learn. After Jessie's attempt to scam me out of more money, I blocked both numbers she had been contacting me on. I know she doesn't have the money to buy a third cell phone, so I'm sure I won't be hearing from her again. I reported her to the police for the scam she tried to pull on me for $30,000. Hopefully, they'll do something about it. I'd love it if she got arrested for doing that to me. I was really shocked that while all this was going on, I was contacted by my real mom's lawyer about her will. If it wasn't for that, I likely wouldn't have found out the truth. At least, not until it was too late. I guess I can thank my mom for that. I wonder if it was just a coincidence, or if it was her looking out for her son one last time.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. See you next time.